Hola. 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 Let me see what's going on. I'm on my iPad. Can you all hear me? Can you? I'm sorry. You guys know I'm technologically challenged. It look different every time. It look different every time. What's up? I'm missing. I'm missing the chat over here. Let me see what I can do. Is that better? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't. What's going on over here? Let's see. It say 12. Oh, let me see if this. No, that's over my face. Why are we doing this? What are we doing? All right, let's just go. Can you hear me? Let me see if I see any yeses. Okay, I see a yes. Now let me go back up. I'm gonna say hello to everybody. Billy's in the house. Said it's super cold in Washington State. Mary's saying hello to all. Hola. Oh, let me put this down. Hola, Momo. How you doing? Garden Craft. What's up? How you doing? This is tiny print. Even with my glasses, tiny, tiny print. Diamond Art Crafters in the house. Hello. Bonnie in Northern Texas. How are you doing this evening? Garden Craft says, I'm in Southeast Florida and I have relatives in the Northeast. I've been seeing how cold it is there. Hi, Tia and everyone. Marquita, Kiki. She's in the house. She said hello to everybody and how are you doing tonight? Hi, Tia. Koopa Kai Arts in the house. You guys know she is going to be doing a collab with my sister JRob of DP Addiction Adventures. Make sure you guys tune in this Friday. She goes live at 6 p.m. Again, her channel is DP Addiction Adventures. She'll be introducing, I think it's Small Wonders, Small Ones, but it's a collab that you guys will be able to grab your canvas, kind of move it over to hashtag hearts. Love is in the air because you're going to be working on a small canvas. And with Love is in the air, y'all, I'm battling behind the scenes. I'm just letting you know I'm battling behind the scenes. But with Love is in the air, the rules are no stinking rules, and I like that. But butter y'all know my bestie. She live above the northern borderline, up there where there's meese, Mises, um, moose, sis. Uh, she's been telling me that she just doesn't agree that we have to have some kind of guidelines, some kind of rules. Um, she just said it, and she mentioned it on the show, and somebody tag teamed and agreed. Um, so there might be something I can't overcome. I'm trying to be an accommodating partner. So if we end up having rules, it is against my better wishes. Okay. Let's see. Anita's in the house. What's up, Anita? How you doing this evening? Girl, my girl. Shelly's in the house. Hey, Shelly, how are you? Thank you so very much for supporting me at Pom Pow Pins. I love you so much. Hola, Dawn is in the house. Dawn says hola to everybody. That's my signature because we say it all the time here. And I live in the Mojave Desert, Las Vegas, Nevada. And we're like, hola, chica, ¿cómo está? That's just normal. So when I first started, I'm like, hola, and it just stuck. Tammy's in the house. Hey, cuz. Nut, what you up to? How you doing? How you been? Let's see. Hi, Tia and everyone. That's from Denise. I got a couple of yeses. I know your hair looks nice, Tia. Yep. Got the curls back in. As you guys could last year, I had a haircut. After I got the haircut, I had to have more cut off. And then I guess because of all the medication she was on, I noticed that my hair, especially on this side, was thinning. So thinner or something. All the hair I got and as thick as it, I have to show some pictures. But yeah. So I've had my hair cut like twice or three times, I think, um, in the past year. And I notice I keep going up and now it's still thin. It's still thin. So, um, we rocking my different hairdos and stuff like that. It's not extensions. Lizzie always say, I think you wear extensions. So I'm showing that I'm not wearing extensions. You guys know I had my hair flat iron and blow dried for the last couple of months. I usually do that in the winter because I don't like to be exposed to, my pores opening up. It still get cool here. It don't get as cold as it's getting out there on the East Coast. And definitely does not get as cold here as it does above the border. But we do still experience some cooler weather. It's cold to us, I guess is the better way to say it. Anyway, so I usually wear my hair kind of straight when it's cold, but it's been in the 70s. Sorry, there's no snow around here. No snow. I better stop. I better stop before we get a freak a freak incident. Matt's in the house. What's up, Matt? How you doing tonight? Everyone's saying hola to Gail. Hey, man. Hey, everyone. Michelle, Emma's in the house. I sent you a message. I wasn't expecting much, but I did send you a message on Messenger the other day. Was just thinking about you, that's all. And just want to give you a quick update. Hi, Peggy. How are you this evening? Christine McClellan. How are you doing? And I'm seeing names that I haven't seen in a while. So go kick it off. If you have not already, please go ahead and throw down in the chat what the weather's like in your neck of the woods. So with that said, I know that it's cold, it's pretty cold and stuff. So I get out and I'm out there in the environment. I like driving and things. It brings me just a little peace of mind and things like that. So I like to always understand what everybody else is dealing with. Not mainly because, I don't think I'm gonna be able to put myself in your shoes and live vicariously or anything like that. But when I'm picking up people from the airport and I'm dropping them off at the hotel or vice versa, I can give them a little update. Oh, you flying out to that storm? I hear it's about such and such out there. Got some loyal members that follow me on YouTube. Everything is a shameless plug at this point. Got some loyal friends out there in YouTube land, and they said the weather coming in from that neck of the woods is not great. So I appreciate you guys being able to give me lively commentary that I can use on these trips. Definitely appreciate it. My oldest used to live in Davie. He's in Coconut Creek now. Oh, Amanda, how are you? How's the babies? Playing card game with grandson and listening. All right, okay. I went to Walmart today. It was a madhouse because they are saying we are going to have a bad ice storm in middle Georgia. No more bread or milk in the store. Jen, I'm sorry to tell you this. I've been hearing that as well. Not only, my profession is insurance, regardless of whether I'm semi-retired or not. So, I definitely keep up, and I keep up for that reason so that I could be prepared when I got an influx. And I definitely think you should get to Walmart and get some milk and some bread, get some beans and some rice also, because you may be there a couple of days. I'm hearing that there was already snow. I spoke to Rochelle earlier, and Rochelle said the roads and stuff were getting bad. So we in that danger of, and Matt's right out there also. Matt's in Pennsylvania also. So we're in that danger of ice range, mid 30s, ooh, and rainy. Christine says it's freezing nights in Salem, Oregon, 26 or 20. That's a freezing cold. And in the daytime, it gets up to 4. That's like one of the lowest temperatures I've ever felt here in Vegas, Christine, is it was in the 40s. Might have been 42. I want to say 45, but might have been. And I mean, I was cold, cold. And that's your daytime weather. Oh my goodness. Tammy, 30 degrees, feels like 26, 57. But on Saturday, the low would be 20, 72 at 10:15. There we go, West Palm Beach, Florida. I'm bracing for whatever is coming this weekend. Here's my sis. Hey, Rebecca, she says she's expecting snow this weekend. I need to get with you, Rebecca, so we could plan. Are we road tripping in June, right? We was a couple hours in. I just want to make sure I know where I'm flying into. I thought I was flying to you, flying in, and we road tripping in, I believe. We'll see. Amanda says, don't come to Illinois. It's too cold. Denise says, Southeast Florida, now 70 with lightning, rainy, 80 tomorrow, daytime 68 at night. Weather was in the 70s today. I'm loving hearing that. We dropped out of the 70s. We dropped out of the 70s, and I think we went down to 68. So I'm hoping to get back up in there, but I don't think we'll hit back to 70 until Friday. So I think that's what it says. South of Tampa on vacation. It's warming back up. Yeah, it's warming back up for us too. Thankfully, not fallen iguana alert. Uh-oh. I can't hear you. Can you hear me? Everybody. Momo can't hear me. Momo can't hear me. I'm in Illinois too. St. Louis 36. My 48th birthday is Sunday. And they calling for 6 to 12 in Maryland. It's 40. Feels, ooh, that's very close to freezing, mud nuts. Bundle up. Get your insulation going. I don't know how many of you know, but Dollar Tree sells shelf-stable milk. I keep some in my pantry. That's a good idea. Now, I'm a milk drinker, so I would definitely do that. Let me tell y'all how bad I am. Okay, Gordon says she hear me just fine. I love that. Thank you. Um, da, 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 da. Do you? It's a Florida group that gathering next month. I won't be going. I'm not leaving here until April, I think, because I'm going to Mingo and the Mitten. And then um in June, I'm going to our little sisterhood retreat. Y'all welcome to go. It's gonna be at Tall Oaks Retreat. That's Teemaw's retreat. And it's really just a bunch of us who loved hanging out together, kind of bonding at the retreats. We're just getting together. We want to see Teemaw. She hasn't been to any other retreats, kind of missing loving up on her. And so we're gonna celebrate Teemaw. We're gonna go and we're gonna have our bonding sisterhood and we're gonna include her. So that's gonna be Rochelle, Shelley, Rebecca, Crashley, myself, JRob. Um, there was two other people who told us that they were interested in going, and I apologize, but oh, I was trying to get obviously Lizzie, but she's not one of the two people. Uh, but you guys reach out. That is going to be, oh Lord, let me try. It's the last week of June. I do know that. Is it the last week of June? No, I'm gonna be lying. I wasn't prepared to advertise. I'm sorry. I'm just really sharing with you. Let me get back to the comments. Let me stop getting sidetracked. It's 23. It feels like 10 degrees, a little warmer than yesterday. Hey, Joanna, what is up? You still doing the amigurumi? Joanna be at the retreats, y'all, working it out with her crochet needle. Have you always lived in Nevada? No, Peggy. I grew up in Mystic, Connecticut, and then moved to Ohio, attended Ohio State University. I lived in Columbus, I believe, for about 12 years, and then moved out here. And when I moved out, I've been here over 20 years. So I came out here on a wing and a prayer. I was trying to practice my stand-up comedy and got lucky. Got lucky, got a spot on a show. Let me tell you what kind of show it was, guys. You know, when you go to if you ever been to Vegas, you know they got these like afternoon shows. Afternoon shows used to have like you ever heard of the term Vegas showgirl? That's exactly what these afternoon showrooms were. So there used to be a show called Beecher's Madhouse. Beecher's Madhouse was it was like the epitome of those Vegas showgirl afternoon slapstick comedy type shows. It went live on Saturday nights at the Joint in the Hard Rock Hotel. And so the reason it was a hit is mostly because it gave people, zany people, something to do later in the afternoon. So they weren't doing these showgirls, these lounge acts. They weren't, Anyway, I'm thinking I'm booking something big, major, and I get there and they want a midget to hump my leg. There you go. That was my life. I packed up and came. I mean, I used to get on stage and practice and things, you know. Back then it was all about the art of storytelling. Nowadays, you really, and they were starting to move into this a little bit more because the crowd just wouldn't sit still and shut the hell up. But yeah, they're moving more into crowd work now. So when I go to a comedy show, it is nothing for me to see people come out and do 5 or 10 minutes of stand-up comedy, and then the rest of it is the audience kind of oversharing. I just don't know if I could do that. I can't go nowhere and then sit in public and be like, oh, and by the way, I had 12 boyfriends in one night. I just can't see it. But I feel like that's what crowd work is, audience participation. And they can't wait to try and shock the comic to see what he does with that. So let me see. Some hubby. Sorry, hubby drove up and picked up my phone via Bluetooth. Well, was it a good angle, Momo? Did it give me at a good angle? I wasn't aware of them. It's full now, but they gather often. Well, you know what, Denise? Keep me posted because I am a retreat goer. I always want to get out there and hang out and meet everybody. I have so much fun just getting to know people at the retreats. I love when we go back. I miss you. I miss your stories. And then I love connecting and keeping in touch. Somebody that I really, really have enjoyed meeting over the last 6, 7 years is she's not even a creator. She is the sister of a creator. She came to one of the retreats, and her name is Rebecca Napier Hill. I've really enjoyed meeting her. When I first met her, she seemed so shy and reserved. Anyway, Teemaw and JRob used to host these line dance classes. I'm ready to get my cowgirl hat on, get my cowboy boots and stuff on, and they got the wobble going. And I'm like, oh, I don't need anything else wobbling on me. And she was so shy and so reserved. And she got out on the dance floor. And her and Rebecca and Rochelle, they was all up front. And they was doing the wobble. And I'm in the back. I'm trying, I'm doing my best to keep up and everything. But she was very shy. And I remember being shocked. Like another time we was doing karaoke. And she was sitting off in the corner by herself. And I'm like, I'm going to go over there and I'm going to talk to her. So I get up and I'm about to go over and they call her name. She had done signed up to sing on the karaoke machine. She just having a good time. And so she's quietly outgoing. She travels and she takes all of these gorgeous pictures and you get to live vicariously through her travel experiences and stuff. And so we keep in touch and but it was an amazing experience getting to know somebody like that. Again, I thought she was very shy, very reserved, and she's not. She's very outgoing and friendly and endearing. And that's what I look forward to when I go to all of the retreats. I'm living to meet up with people, hang out with them, have an amazing time, and then come back and miss you. I live for the Texas in a week. Much needed week long crafting retreat. That is so very true. So very true. Um, I missed it so much this past year. I was I was zonked out, and there wasn't anything. By the time I came around and Shelly started talking about it, it was already at that point too late. But I definitely miss Texas. That is one of my amazing trips every year also. Ah, ha, 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 Momo, that happened to me once. What happened to you once? What did Momo do? What did Momo do? Momo says, oh, that's her husband took the Bluetooth. Oh, I get it now. I thought he came in and grabbed your phone. I get it now. That's connecting the dots. I called my hubby, but he forgot to unpair his phone to the memory card. My call transferred, and it's cold. Well, good thing you weren't saying the wrong thing to your hubby at that time. You guys. I remember when we first sent people home. So I am training liability investigation. And I got a classroom full of people. And we said, everybody home. Everybody got to be at home except me. I got to drive into an empty office, and we could hold over 500 people on this floor. I'm walking around, I'm taking pictures, I'm eating lunch by myself. Now I got to log in, and I'm the only one here in the building. They said all management. However, where's everybody else? I'm not the only manager in this company. Anyway, I'm in the building by myself. Everybody else is at home. They got to be on camera. So I'm like, come on, guys, everybody, cameras on. It's time to get ready. Let's get on task. I have a young lady, and she is ready to go. She on her little setup in her bedroom, and I don't think she was very mindful of where she set her items up at. However, directly behind her, and we opted not to put a background up that day, directly behind her is the door to her bathroom. All I'm going to say is we all know what her husband looks like at this point. And there was no shame. And I think I told somebody about it. He just come out drying his hair. We had a towel only for our hair, really. He comes out drying his hair. He realizes, looks up, looks directly at all of us, and just chuckled and kept drying his hair. No shame. No shame. No shame. No shame. So uh Joanna says, I have been diamond painting for now. Took a break from crochet. Okay. Okay. And Christine says, I'm excited to be going to the West Coast Bling Bash. I saw that. I saw last week that they got one spot. I've been debating, but not by now. Because I think that's in March. That's a tight fit. It's going to be my first diamond painting retreat. You're going to have an amazing time, Christina. You're going to have an amazing time. Do not take my suggestion. Do not take all of your bragging items. Don't take them with you. Pull them out the closet, pull them out the drawers, gather everything up, tear the house apart. We don't mind. I'm sure your husband will be thankful, okay? And take pictures and video. And then when it's time for everybody to say, oh, and look, I got this, swipe. Okay. I'm gonna save you a whole lot of headache and a whole lot of hassle. Okay. Swipe. I got one of those too. Here, let me find that for you. Organize it, everything, because what you don't want to do is break luggage, trying to carry everything. You don't want sore shoulders. We've all experienced that, especially going to our first one. So we want to share everything we have with you, and we want to see everything you have. That's how crafters are. We enable one another, but we necessarily can't, carry all of it. It becomes a hassle. So that's my tip. Hey, you're welcome. Hopefully Tia will allow the group name. I know you will have a, yeah, you guys are definitely allowed in here. You gotta blow it, light it up with any event you want, light it up with any of your items. I don't mind. That is how, people end up coming to me. A lot of my stuff over the last 4 years have been word of mouth, and I have a steady little trail, I'm almost completely on Etsy right now. But yeah, definitely light up the chat with your names of your events, and thank you for being mindful of that, because I don't suggest doing that in everyone's chat, but I definitely do not mind. Um, oops, leave, not live. Yep. Oh my Lanta. What happened? What was that? Uh-oh. Matt, what are you laughing about? Am I missing comments? I couldn't problem share everything I have. My stash is crazy. Oh, I'm going to tell you, Christina. If you don't have a crazy stash, then you can't call yourself a crafter. Girl, I'm just saying. That's what we all do. We have crazy stashes. Everybody, right now, drop down in the box and share with us how many diamond paintings, how many glitter pens, how many trays, how many regular diamond. I make my own diamond painting pens. I have 31, probably a little more than that, but I have 31 acrylic glass pens. Yes, I buy from everybody the same way you guys do. I support, cross share. 31 of them glass. That's a lot. That's excessive, because I don't even think I have made that many of my own pens for me. But I'm just, that's what I'm getting at is we have a lot. I have, where's she at? I got talked to in 2020. I think it was February or March of 2020. I got talked into buying a sale from Lion brand of yarn. Now, I haven't crocheted in over a decade. And the reason, is because I was working on a blanket for my dad and I was behind. And he wanted it so bad. He wanted it. He loved homemade crafting items. And I didn't get it done. And I didn't feel bad at the time. It was going to be his Christmas gift. And I said, I'm going to still get it to you. I just haven't finished it yet. And he died on Christmas. And I was like, and I never, it's a mental block. I get it. I get it. I just was never able to overcome that mental block and go back into, crocheting. But I was going to give it my all. I was going to give it my all. And she talked me into buying. It was this, I don't know, but it wasn't a lot. It was like 20 bucks, 30 bucks or something like that. And it was for like 12 scans of yarn or something like that. And I got two of them. I've never touched that yarn. It's still in the pack inside the box. I never touched the yarn. But it was a good idea at the time. It was a great idea. You see what I'm saying? So I mean, we enable and we create stashes. I just want to know, because we about to support our girl. We about to really support her. She say her stash is crazy, and we about to show you how crazy we all are. The towel guy. Yes, Gail, the towel guy. Like I said, I've seen it all. I was working. I couldn't even say nothing. I'm just sitting there like, and then you could see all the people on the screen, all the, interactions, and then people pointing. And so she'd slowly turn, and he's just drying his hair. And oh, goodness. Christine says, I probably have about 300 turned diamond painting pens. There you go. Garden Craft Florida says 110. Okay. 198 canvases in my stash and washi tape stash up to 454 rolls. Now, Lizzie does love washi tape, and she has a lot of washi tape. Diamond Art Crafter says over 150 kids. Amanda coming in. Hold on 1 second. Over diamond paintings, over 300 in boxes, 50 to 100 done, and hundreds not in boxes. Let's see. I don't know if I have them broken down to that degree. I know I had 116 that were AliExpress. I had 116 of those. Probably 200 to 250 in boxes. And then I know that I have a little over 100, maybe 100 or a little more than 100 that I had unboxed and put into. I got that big giant, like 6 feet by 5 feet portfolio. I have that under my bed, and I can hold a lot. It can hold a lot. And I just have them in there, and I went to Dollar Tree and I got those foam boards, those project boards, and I put them every so many. I put them in there so it can keep them flat. They don't curl and things like that. Let's see. 105 not started. 5 whips. 5 whips. I think we counted mine last week and it was 7 or 8. Yeah. My hubby was tired of me buying pens, so he learned to turn pens. Now I buy blanks and have a huge honeydew list. I think he is regretting it now. Not if it's making extra money, Peggy says. So sad. Hi, Tia. Hi, everyone. Hi, Risa. How are you doing? Welcome in. What you working on? What is your craft of choice? And on top of what your craft of choice is, how many do you have in your stash? Oh, and one last thing, Risa. Also drop down in the chat and let us know what the weather's like in your neck of the woods. MCR says, I have 7 finished diamond paintings, 6 unfinished, 7 pins, and several different putties. I never really embraced the putty stash because I bought, you guys remember, what was that wax? Patty wax, I think it was called. And patty wax, you had to soften it up. And I remember, y'all know, she got big shoulders. So I remember I had like 2 or 3 tins of patty wax packed in and trying to soften it up. At one point, I sat these hips down on a tin trying to soften it. I'm like, this is a lot of work just to try and diamond paint. So I think I lost my fervor for trying to collect different waxes and stuff. I think I went back. Whatever wax comes with the kit was fine with me. uh, my stash. Hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. All righty, Gail. Stash. Did someone call me? Yes. Yes, Rochelle. We called you. We want you to share. Tell us about that stash. Thank you so much, Denise. I just joined in. Woohoo! Yes. Let's support. This is the first hobby that has lasted this long since 2020. Um, that's a good discussion there also, Momo. Um, have you guys started to, and I know that a couple of you have reined in, but have you guys like lost the passion, lost the fervor? We call that burnout. And what do you do? A lot of people are starting to address it. Me and Lizzie addressed it last year. I was going through a lot. Um, and then we tried to overcome it. We went back and revisited, like we took it back to the basics, basically. And I really feel like that was critical and that was, instrumental, um, in me recovering my passion. I feel like I'm back in the throes and things like that. Everyone's saying hello to Rochelle. Awesome. I should be easy to find once you're in. Okay, okay. There we go. 3 diamond painting setups, a drafting table, kitchen table, and a couch area. So I used to, in my old place, I took over a corner of the living room, and I feel really bad because it got to the point where it didn't just stay in that little area, it grew. As my passion grew, it grew. I needed I needed more space to put stuff in. Every available corner was, I'm calling it. And so I do feel bad. I really do. And that's why I enjoy coming in here in this is my own crafting oasis. It's my studio. And I'm still not done. The kids did a good job of helping me finish and get everything together, but I'm still not done. I still don't have my crochet area just the way that I want, on my cross stitch area. But it's coming. I want to stop with over 1,100 untouched kits. 1,100. I could see that happening, especially if you bought for the cuteness factor. At some point, I remember like, yeah, it's cute, but I don't need to have it. I'm creating a gallery. I remember saying, if I never get to this piece of art, will I be okay with it? Well, and that's how I started to look at it. If I never get to it, I never get to do it and touch it. I mean, I feel like I got a good 30 summers left to enjoy crafting. So if I never ever get to this piece, well, I feel like this was a waste of my money. And I don't. There are some, a lot of my AliExpress kits, the 116, I look at it, I'm like, this is cute, but what was the point? I would never hang this on a wall, and I don't know if I would gift it. Who would I give it to? So I bought for the cuteness factor. And those are canvases that I look at. Even when we did our Back to the Basics in August, even looking, I was revisiting. I think, a lot of you guys chimed in on the channel, and you guys all were like, yeah, I'm like, what was I thinking when I got this? What was I thinking? When I say we went back to the basics, we re-incurred the headache of horrible drills. We re-incurred the headache of double-sided adhesive. Poor glue got us all, it's got us all spoiled, is all I'm going to say. But it also made me remember the time where I couldn't wait to sit down. And tell you right now, when I sat down, the only thing I could think about was this process right here. And I would watch my little shows. And after I watched my shows, uh, it was, I just couldn't wait. So it took me back to that time. And next thing you know, I couldn't wait to get back home. I drive. I couldn't wait to come back in, relax, take me a shower. Y'all remember my blue and navy? I had a turquoise and like navy lounger. I could not wait to get off work back in those days, put my lounger on, and a lot of times I would go live right in the middle of just enjoying diamond painting, you know. So how many, if you have experienced that, have you done anything to try to like overcome it and things? Because we are going to be doing the back to the basics that starts in August, and Lizzie wants to, do that every year now. Let's see, I won. Stop. Okay, yeah, so yeah, it's crazy. Matt says about 40 kits. Oh, 5 hand turned pens. I've got room to grow. I think you got 2 polymer clay pens also. Might be something. You all need more diamond paintings. Check out my new releases. There you go, baby. Enable them. Rebecca, I'm going to send you some pictures of my mom's antique teacup and saucer collection. I had to get your minis. Oh, that's beautiful. Joanna says, I don't count. But at one time, I had a setup in every room except the bathroom, so I could diamond paint no matter where I was. Man, I've been there, Joanna. I have been there. He doesn't make the pens and sell them. He just makes mine and some gifts for family. Oh, Jen, you is spoiled. I thought you was gonna say he making them and it's a little, chingaling coming. Oh, you spoiled. My gal is working tonight, boy. I was just thinking about doing some de-stashing. Joanna, I love that. I'm jealous. Oh, thank you, Denise. I have a little under 100 kits, 30 pins. You up there with me, Momo, and 8 works. Yeah, you right up there with, I got a little more than 100 kits though, but yep, the pins and the current works in progress, you up there with me. Even in the kitchen. Even in the kitchen. Oh, MCR says my 3-year goal have 300 unfinished in my stash. Well, y'all, if y'all was here, was it last week? I think it was last week. Man Bun was on. If you guys were here last week when he was on, I was literally trying to just I was trying to reminisce. He went VIP with Diamond Art Club in a month. He came along. I used to, when I worked on site, I used to do what I want. I'd take my diamond paint and I'd be sitting there. I had my headset on. I'm like, unfortunately, ma'am, and I'm diamond painting. We're gonna have to find you responsible for the auto accident. You made a left turn into the path of an oncoming vehicle, and then I would just be diamond painting while they argue. They argue in their cases why they shouldn't be. I had plenty of time. If you did, then they wouldn't have hit you. But and so that's literally how we met. I'm diamond painting. He's looking, and I think I got up and I left. I come back, he examining, like he got his finger on, he looking at all of the, and is that how it comes? He had a million questions, and so where you get that from, So we had a lot of fun though. I've only been diamond painting about a year and a half, so I'm still loving it. I hope that you continue to. I know that, our fervors, they go up and down and things like that. I never thought I would be impacted. I'm not destashing and I'm not burning out. That used to be me. So I have not destashed. Although I don't feel like I had a complete burnout, I lost the fervor and things like that. But I would start and I would work a little bit on the canvas. So it wasn't that I wasn't diamond painting at all. It's been a while. It had been a while for complete. I'll get somewhere through, halfway through, and just let me start on something else. The excitement of starting something new was definitely still there. Uh, I have around 30 paintings, 15 pens, and my collection of Nix's Notions putty. Um, I don't have her putty, but I do have her full complete set of her trays. And I like her little lid. I do like a tray that come with a lid. I know that you guys have seen me advertising this tray. And the reason is because she's a sponsor, Ditsy's Diamond Den. And so, Tracy's DP World on Etsy, she is going to be the tonight. She's our sponsor for tonight. You guys are going to have an opportunity to win a $15 code gift code that I will get to you by Saturday. I say that because the code was given to DP Addiction Adventure. And then once I have the winner for tonight, she will then email you your gift code so that you can shop and you guys can have a great time, kind of picking out your items. Let's see. Back in. Just stashing for my retirement. I like that, Amanda. I literally feel like now that I'm semi-retired, that's what this was all about. That's what it's all about. Getting to, the stuff that I like. I am in central Mississippi and we are going to be under a severe winter storm warning until Sunday. That's what I'm hearing, that a lot of people are going to be under a huge warning, and it's through the weekend. So I hope that everybody get to the store, get your hydration, get you some beans, get long-term food, so you can fill up and it stick to you. Beans, chili, make some beef stew, beans and rice. That's all good stuff right there. When I get burnt out, I will do some small projects so I can feel some accomplishment. That's a great call out, Anita. Risa says, I'm obsessed since 2022. 158 in the stash, 36 whips, 50-ish pins. Risa, you is my shiro. Yes, yes, yes. Very blessed and thankful. My goal, finish at least one whip every month. Okay, well, with 36, that's 3 years. Just saying. That's a good goal. That's doable. That's very doable. But even if you don't feel like finishing, just continue to have fun and stay in the midst of the obsession. I love that. Same here, Anita. I'm working in New York tomorrow. Snow is projected to start. Oh, be careful, Rochelle, please. To one day, real soon now, maybe tomorrow. Let's see. Keita says, I have 11 diamond paintings, 4 pins, 7 trays, and 3 whips. That's not bad. Marquita is somebody that, be still my heart. She does double-sided adhesive, and I have never heard a complaint She really enjoys her artwork. She does some squares, so if I'm going to do double-sided adhesive, it needs to be a square. And all I ask, because it didn't give me as much of a headache as I thought it would. I remember the ease of moving over to port glue. But what I hated the most about my AliExpress canvases were the unevenness of the diamonds, with the exception of Ever Moment Steel 2026 is one of my favorite, not one, was my favorite. It did have my number one spot. I was asked online one time, how would I rank my diamond paint? I didn't mean to say it like that. How would I rank my diamond painting companies? And I started with Ever Moment. So that's saying something, because they were up against poured glue, as well as mounted glue, the tarpaulin canvases and things like that. And they're a double-sided adhesive company, but they cared. And their drills, I really enjoyed their drills. I could see the facets, the hue, was I felt like it was pure, true to the color-based hue. And so they were always just my favorite experience. And again, I hear that they are, because I haven't bought from them in a few years. But I hear that they're all port glue now as well. So shout out to Ever Moment. They are an AliExpress company. Which pens help with arthritis? I use Diamond Art pens, but I see, girl, let me just, y'all heard this first, right? Shameless plug. Let me get you going on something. Okay. Y'all, she knew. I'm gonna, okay. Is it bad? I'm not wrong. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Alrighty. These pens, because of the bump, are designed to help you, especially with arm. Now, this motion right here is exercising your hand. But for ergonomics, you see this valley here where you can, this is not a shameless plug, is it? I'm just gonna say, you see this valley right here? This valley allows you to be able to enjoy hours of diamond painting. Why? Because it's not one of those, what, do I even have them? I don't know. I don't have one right here, because when I see a pink pen, I'm putting it to use. But it gives you hours of diamond painting fun outside of the standard. Y'all, this is Butterfly's Delight, in case you're wondering. Butterfly's Delight. All right. Let's see what else. This is Mermaid's Kiss, in case you're wondering. Yeah, shameless plug. She asked, y'all. Just because she asked, I'm gonna give it to her. This is Antique Romance. Antique Romance. Woo, woo hoo, woo hoo hoo. This right here is Love is in the Air. Love is in the air. Love is in the air. Boom. I'm sorry. Hot Vegas night. Hot Vegas. Notice all of them have the bumps and the valley, so that, okay, I'm sorry. Shameless plug. I couldn't resist. Let's see. That was for you, Peggy. Hey, sweets. I find one better suited to my grip, which is fatter. I do, I've been noticing that, like this one right here, obviously, is fatter than this one. Now, the clay settles a little bit differently, and when the clay settles a little bit differently, I may unfortunately be drilling a little bit more. So some of the pins, unfortunately, they may appear thinner, than others and things. But Peggy, everyone is different, but I have lupus, fibro, and arthritis. I like fatter pins because I don't have to squeeze so much. Exactly. And then everyone has that took me a while to realize everyone has a different pressure point as well. So that's another way that the bumps help, because you can apply your pressure right here instead of through here, which means you're squeezing tighter, and it's similar to squeezing a pink pen. So you want to apply the pressure right here on the bump. And then when you're relaxing your hands, you just relax it right there in the valley. All righty. Rochelle said, I absolutely love diamond painting and bling is my thing. I also like cross stitch and it has taken over. I agree. Look at Matt. Matt's getting in. He's getting ditsies up. Hey, Lizzie. Lizzie's in the house saying hello to everyone. I didn't know that. We'll have to try. Go ahead, Peggy. Ever moment is my favorite. Go ahead, sweets. Kayleen says, I have an ever moment. It's a great diamond painting experience, Kayleen. Again, it was my favorite. This is horrible, but I remember comparing it to some of the bigger companies out there, and I still ended up going with ever moment. And I remember a lot of people reached out to me behind it was a post on Facebook. My sister says, I have my crochet in the living room, Legos in the dining room, watercolor in a spare room, and diamond paintings in the third bedroom. Also prevents burnout on any one craft. I agree. That was one of the also the changing points to coming into my own craft studio. Right here, this is my diamond painting station. Off to my left, directly over, there is it's like it's a big desk and it can hold two different, but that's my clay station. And then obviously, behind me, this is my curing and my resin curing section. And then again, I'm working on my cross stitch area because I want to buy one of those frames so that when I sit down, I like not having to take my craft and put it away. I like not having, I'm like a kid. How many times we tell a kid, get in here and pick your toys up? Do they want to do that? No, because they want it right there when it's time to go back. Now, mine's a little more organized, not laying in the floor or anything. But, right? Isn't that how we craft? Um, so Gail says, I got my mom a custom of my dad from Ever Moment. It turned out great. I do know that they do customs also. And so, yeah. Anita says, I want a Tia pin. Oh, look at Matt working hard. Yes, Tia pins help. They do. That's where the idea, part of the idea comes from. If you guys remember Robert Ison, Robbie, I call him my future ex-husband. Robbie gave me the concept. We were talking, he used to check on me all the time, especially during the pandemic when everything shut down. And we would talk, and he was telling me about a show that he was watching, and he was, I don't think he realized how innovative he was being. And I remember I had him on the show one time and I was telling him, you're the one that inspired me to start creating Pom Pow pins. And he didn't even remember the conversation. But that's Robert Ison. He is the one that inspired me. He gave me some good insights for how he saw some things. And I said, let me see if I could put that same insight, into perspective and things. But it was definitely neat, No, I'm not giving him a percentage. I've been asked that question a lot. We got to get married first. Where is the one that I named? I need your address, Gail, because I've been trying. I've been doing much better. And our post office has got us back on the list. I don't know how we got put off, but we back on. This is Mystical Dreams. This pen was named by Gail. And because I went with her name, I loved it the most. I'm trying to send her a copy of her own pen out. And Gail, I got your polishing cloth too, Gail. I thought I had her address and I don't. I looked for it the other day. So make sure you get that to me. Joanna says, I have pans varying in size depending on how. That's another thing. New bestie, you guys know her as Cheryl Gearhartz. I call her new bestie. She was the one that she was showing me how she weighed pens. And there are days where, like Joanna just said, she may need something to, a little heavier, something a little lighter. And she also said sometimes she want a cold pen. And I thought that was very insightful. Now I'm dealing with polymer clay, so I'm not going to be able to help you with a cold pen. Sometimes you might want something, unless you leave it sitting out, and then the resin, once it cures, it feels glass-like. So sometimes if you leave it sitting out, that may take on. But they're very lightweight because they're made of clay. They're not as heavy as the acrylic pens. So we all going to Rochelle's house. We going in the wrong direction though. That's the only thing. We'd have to go see Joanna, then go see Rochelle. Um, so where do I get these pens, and does it have multiple in? Those are called they're called multi-placers. Multi-placers. Man, I don't feel bad either. This is a 6-placer. And so when you purchase, you will get a single tip, and then you will get a multi-placer tip that's anywhere from 2 spaces up to, I said 6 to somebody the other day, and then I didn't realize I have 7 placers in there also. So I just randomly grab when it comes to the tips, because I don't want to get to having to have this and having to have that and keep it count. But you get a single and you get a multi-placing tip. Let's see. May I ask your first name? Oh, you're not talking to me. I was about to say, I'm Tia. I will never burn out. You guys, that's from the head of the DPPD. I don't expect her to either. Peggy, Matt posted the link to Tia's, to Tia's pins she has on Etsy. All righty. Matt says, I hate cleaning up just to get it back out. Kids are so smart. I agree. That's just how I think, I'm just gonna keep it real. Um, oh man, love every moment official customs too. Yep. I wasn't asking for a pin. I was just wondering where it was. I told you tonight you named it. If I went with yours, I was going to gift the pin to you. And then a couple other names came in. And so the next week I said, I've chosen, the winner is, you might not have been there that night though, Gail, if I'm thinking about it. And so I'm like, the winner is Mystical Dreams. Yay! And the pin's gonna go out to Gail. So that was also, I think, was that the night that we announced the winner of the Sparkle All the Way pin. I'm sorry, what's your Etsy shop? It is palmpal.etsy.com. And palm is PALMPAL. Palm pal, get it? It's just a pal for your palm. Ah. And so this is representing, especially with the tips on 5, I think 5 inches. And I know most people's sweet spot is 6 inches. So I do make sure to let you know. So I want, I didn't know, I wasn't aware. Joanna says, I hear you. So next up, what I'm gonna be, I'm sorry. I'm, you know me, I'm doing 18 different things. Here we go. Oh, Tia, you're so smart. I am so smart. I'm getting better and better, and better and better, and better and better. All righty. All right. Let me go ahead on. What I'm going to do is I'm about to share with you guys. We're going to do the giveaway. The giveaway tonight is for a $15 gift code to, I want to make sure I'm saying this, Tracy's Crafty World. And she is on Etsy. Okay. Also, she's down in the description box. So if I'm saying it wrong, I do apologize. I done talked it out. I have talked it out of my memory. Rebecca's going to bed. I love you. Talk to you later. Lizzie said, look at Matt working so hard. He said he's learning. All righty. So tonight, guys, we are going to be giving away $10. It's $10. I'm sorry, I said 15. It's $10. Um, to a $10 gift code to Tracy's DP World. I apologize for misspeaking. $10 gift code to Tracy's DP World. Now, what you guys are going to do, obviously, you're going to type in hashtag stash if you are interested in winning the gift code. If you are the winner, you're going to reach out to me via Facebook. If you don't have Facebook, you can also reach out to me through Instagram. Okay. So on Facebook, I am Tia Smith. On Instagram, I'm Tia's Crazy Craft Addiction. So the name of my channel. Okay. Either way, I know some people told me last year that they didn't have Facebook, but they had Instagram. And so I'm like, oh, okay. All righty. So we are going to start collecting entries. Make sure you guys get your entry in. Make sure you get your entry in. While I'm waiting on everybody to get your entry in, starting February 1st is our hashtag Love is in the Air. And if you guys were here with us at the top of the hour, you know that I said I'm in the battle of my life behind the scenes with Lizzie. Because Lizzie, she wants to add rules. And you know, Tia feels like the rules are, there ain't no stinking rules. And so, because Lizzie feels there should be some guidelines and things like that, um, I'm willing to listen, but I'm battling, guys. I'm battling. I'm battling. I'm battling. I'm battling. But that Love is in the Air does start February 1st. We have booked, if you guys know, Crafting with Mary, we booked her and her significant other. They are going to be on the show. I had some singles that were on the show a couple of years ago. My son's, two of my son's best friends, they were on the show. I want to say in 2022, and we got dating advice and things from the singles, but from the male perspective. Obviously, me and Rebecca have reined in about the dating perspective from the females, and so it was nice to hear dating perspective and how the gentlemen thought. They are young, all just around, 30 or just under 30. So it was an interesting perspective on how men thought. I think we should do best friends. Alrighty. So we can do that. We're going to do some best friend relationships and explore love from across the line. But I'm going to tell you, Lizzie, I need to feel your love in 2026. Okay? You was real far away. And I don't need you dismissing me like, whatever, I see you. Like, Lizzie just okay with seeing me once a year, y'all. She okay with it. I think she should have a problem with all this distance between us. And she don't. Um, Gail says, I'm doing The Light That Listens by Stacy Deal for Love is in the Air. Oh, I love that. Also, Love is in the Air is not just diamond painting. So make sure if you guys are interested that you guys are pulling out your coloring. If you color, if you are into cross stitch or crochet, make sure you pick a project. The theme is Love is in the Air, but we really just explore what you love, okay? And just be able to speak to it. So when you post your project, you're posting like, I love this canvas because I love this. And you'll see as we get closer, because we do have you post in our Facebook pages. This year, Lizzie wants to only have one centralized place to post. And so we'll be getting that information over. Matt's going to take over getting the word out for us, and he is going to post it in some of the groups he's in. He's in one particular group where they post events. And so as we get, obviously, he'll be posting some of that information so that you guys always know where to go for exciting crafting events, and that's how we, stay connected and things. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. I thank y'all for letting me do like a shameless plug tonight. I don't even feel bad. I don't feel bad because you guys been doing a great job. Make sure if you didn't see anything on the Etsy shop, make sure you go and you favorite it, because some of these pins that I showed you tonight, they're not even up there yet. I have I think 25 pins altogether. There's only 4 pin families up there. I was, starting small, and as I build my inventory, what I'm doing different this time is they do allow you to make your item to order. And then on top of that, I never took a picture and a video of the pins. So that's what I'm working on now. As I complete, the 2026, I'm going to obviously take a picture so you can see it. And then I'm going to do a video so you can see. Now, each of these, because they're marbled, no 2 pins will ever be alike. So the pictures that you guys are seeing, it's not of the actual one that you're receiving. I want to, qualify that. But it's the pin family, so it's the same color, and they're going to be marbled. Okay, so I just want to make sure, because I get a lot of people that say, which one of these is coming to me? um, and Mutna says, I will still be working on the Golden Valley by Chuck Pinson for Lovers in the Air. Tennis got in. One last thing. If you guys are working on Ticket to Ride, obviously your Ticket to Ride, you could have, you could have come up with a way to make your theme match your Blinging in the New Year. I just found out Ticket to Ride, Ticket to Ride is gonna be 12 weeks. Um, so you can definitely make your Ticket to Ride match, the qualifiers for Love is in the Air. Well, obviously we don't have a size requirement and things, and then right after, we got the Get You Weird on. That's going to be hosted by DP Addiction Adventures and my sister Crafts with Crashly. So make sure that you guys are checking out, all the opportunities to be able to, because that is some leverage, being able to use a canvas across multiple collabs. Alrighty, so with that said, I'm about to go ahead and spin this wheel for tonight's winner. $10 DP, I'm sorry, Tracy's DP World gift code. More event planning plans in the works. There you go. Here we go. And if you didn't get your, do you got one last second to kind of type it in? You sure you don't want to? Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Here we go. Tia doesn't have rules. I do have rules. The rules are Kayleen. Woo! Congratulations, Kayleen. You are tonight's winner of the $10 Tracy's DP World gift code. And we already talk on Facebook. So kudos to you. Simply reach out and remind me so I can get your information over to JRob, and then she will get that gift code out to you. If you guys tune in Friday night, this is week 3, for me. And so if you guys tune in Friday night to DP Addiction Adventures, I believe they are doing, and I think Teemaw is also, but that's the night for both of them to do their Blinging in the New Year pin. So if you guys are interested in winning, make sure you attend their show. They are both, obviously, I made a pin for all 3 of our channels, but my pin winner, it was week 1 for me. And both of them are doing theirs, I believe, this week 3. Okay. Other than that, everyone is saying congratulations. Definitely congratulations. Everybody that's about to be under a cloud of snow, take care. Make sure that you guys are all safe and sound. Make sure you get your groceries. Make sure you guys stay hydrated. Let's see. Um, if you can afford to not go anywhere, that's always going to be a good idea. I just want everybody to be safe and sound. Make sure you come back and visit us. Next week on Hump Day Happenings, that's going to be week 4 of the hashtag Blinging in the New Year 2026. And Man Bun is going to be returning for his second. He'll kind of let you guys know what he selected. Now, he said that he was going to start his Blinging in the New Year canvas and that he was going to try and tie it to Ticket to Ride. So we did talk about that before he left last week. And yeah, other than that, you guys have a great, let me come over here. Alrighty, I'm sorry. You guys all have a great rest of your evening, and thank you again for coming out to Hump Day Happenings. Good night. Good night, good night, good night. Where am I at? Where am I? Oh, no wonder. I'm in the wrong screen. I'm in the wrong screen. Bonnie. Bonnie. I need an outro. I need to